Okay, so my daily update. So today we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition. So I'm honing in on that, which I'm really excited about. I have since kept some dairy in since I did the Trans-American Bike Race. And the only reason for that, the reason why I did it then was it's easy to get in, high fat, and I didn't have to chew it, which was really great. So I'm going to keep that in. Not that I'm going to be able to do much of that out in the woods, but if I do come upon a store, I'll be able to have some of that. Those of you that watch and follow me, I do nothing but meat. So that is anything that anything that has vegetables in it, I don't eat. Anything that has fruit in it, I don't eat. So no carb, no sugar way of eating. So I'm still going to continue to do that. I was able to do some butternut squash as well as some acorn squash, which I'm really excited about because I don't have to refrigerate that stuff. I'll cook it up before I leave, make sure I have plenty for each day, and then I will put them in some kind of a container. I need to figure out what's light. I was thinking a baggie, but I'm kind of worried about doing that. So if the bag gets squished, it might end up all over my gear and be explosive in my bag. So I'm trying to come up with a more creative way that doesn't weigh a lot. Obviously, don't want to put it in glass. I would rather not put it in a plastic container because it's definitely going to take up a lot of space. So I've got to get a little creative with that stuff. So that's the next step. Also, those of you that have followed me in the past when I used a continuous glucose monitor, I did some experiments with different types of sugar, like coconut sugar, and also I did it with honey. My body had less of a reaction with honey. So I'm going to have, 3 packets of that on me just to make sure I don't get into any trouble if I need it for emergencies. If I bonk, it'll definitely be something that I'll be able to use. So I'll make sure I have 3 packets of honey on me at all times just to make sure. My goal is to get this done in under 3 days. The fastest female that I found so far is just over 3 days. So I'm looking to do it in just under, or at least in 3 days, because she did it in just over 3. So I'm looking to do that. I have very good feeling about that. I feel really confident about it that I can actually do that. There are some sections that are hike-a-bike, which is fine. My bike's pretty light right now without any gear on it. That'll be the next experiment coming up with the next couple of days, is loading up my bike and seeing how much it weighs. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with the nutrition. I feel really good about it. I know that I'll be burning a lot of calories. It's an all-out effort, so it's going to be really strenuous and lots of climbing, very, very technical trails. So it's not like I'll be able to do it within my fat burning zone like I did with the Trans-American Bike Race. It's nothing like that. It's definitely more extreme. So I'm going to have these carbs. So I've got to find what works for my body. So right now, I had butternut squash and acorn, and at the time I waited 4 days. So normally when you have a reaction to food, it can take up to 4 days to show. I had a little bit of a headache after I ate them, but it was nothing like the sweet potato. The sweet potato kept me up all night. I had a lot of stomach cramps. I had headaches. I had, just a very, very unpleasant experience. And I didn't have that with these 2 items. So right now, butternut squash and acorn squash it is.